now for what's hot or not. It's steaming hot today, brought to you by Cabana. Come see and be seen. As I said, a man I've had the privilege of working with, Andrew Ross, joins us this morning. He's the creative brains behind majority. If you've ever been to a T20 game or a Pro 20 game at any arena, anywhere around the globe, in actual fact, he's the man that has pioneered what you see on the screen. Not in terms of the cricket itself, but definitely the entertainment that has become T20 and Pro 20 cricket around the world. He's the joint MD of Maverick, specializing in event sponsorships as well as event organizing when it comes to putting sportainment together. Andrew Ross, good morning.
Morning, Ryan. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you? Thanks for joining us this morning.
Great to be here.
Yeah, now, you know, sportainment. First of all, let's talk a little bit about how, just in general, over the past, 5, 6, 7 years, somebody, and I'm not going to say somebody, I'm going to say you, realized that, listen, something needs to be done at stadiums around the country. What are we doing to keep people entertained at stadiums and also at home watching?
I think it was a seamless integration. I just think we realized that the pop culture and the immediate gratification that general public wanted was not being served in a sporting environment. In the early days of limited overs cricket, 8 hours of cricket was short enough. You've gone from 5 days to 8 hours. People don't have 8 hours to spend today. Spending time with the family. They don't. Things have got quicker. It's immediate gratification. And 20 over cricket was born out of that concept of let's give them something, snap, crackle and pop, in and out quickly, 3 hours, spend the evening down at the stadium with your mates. And go out to the pub afterwards. And that was really where 20 over cricket originated from here in South Africa.
And the amazing thing, though, is that even though it is a matter of snap, crackle and pop, there's so much work that goes into place in when it comes to these big events. If we look at all the big events, you've been involved with them. From the first ever World T20 that we had in South Africa, I mean, the world was looking at us going, okay, so we're taking this thing global now. We know it's in England. We know it's in South Africa. We know Australia have been experimenting, but now we're going global with this. Pressure is on South Africa. How are we going to entertain crowds and on the other hand also the viewing public is watching at home go, listen, here's a new concept, buy into it?
Sure. I think sportainment, you mentioned it in the lead up to this, is really that. It's the seamless integration of sport and entertainment into one entity. We don't do, and you may not have realized it, but 20 over cricket, Pro 20, IPL, T20, we don't do sideshows. There's no if the cricket's boring, go to the inflatable slide. Everything adds value back to what you're seeing on the field. And that principle, I think, is what people have cottoned on to, is the fact that we're just adding so much value into that stadium environment that people walk out being blown away. They don't even know why. But they walk out, they walk out breathless. It's like, wow.
It's true, and for those who've been, you'll know it doesn't matter which side wins at the end of the day. You actually walk away with an experience that leaves you going, wow, that's unbelievable. Now, over and above the cricket side of things, your company is working now on the with FIFA, directly leveraging the new Zakumi mascot that you started working on. Now, a lot of people are going, this is the mascot for 2010. We're going to see it. This is going to be the symbol of SA 2010. It's obviously a big task.
Yeah, we're really excited about this. FIFA came to us saying, we want someone to help us find value-added ways to get Zakumi, the iconic representation of 2010 World Cup, out into the public space. And we're very privileged and lucky to be working with a great team at FIFA. And we're busy developing some really, really cool strategies right now to get Zakumi into the place. He's a really great character because he's independent. He's not. He doesn't have a nationality. He doesn't have a specific age. He appeals to all sorts of people. It's a great project. We're really chuffed about it.
Now, I want to quote you on this because this is beautiful. This is a quote from Andrew Ross. He says that there's a huge amount of potential in the event management industry in South Africa. We don't need to apologize for being South African. The world is watching and taking cue from what we do. In short, we're great.
Absolutely. I think that we should not be apologetic at all about the work we do here on the deepest, darkest continent. We tend to get too wrapped up in the fact that we're in South Africa without taking a step back, looking at it from afar and going, the world is watching what we do. People don't realize it until you start talking to people outside the borders. The IPL is already being used in European business schools, not sponsorship schools, not event management schools, in business schools, as a case study of how to take the third or the fourth largest sporting event in the world and drop it into a country in 3 weeks. And South Africa rose to the occasion. Safety, security, police forces, hotels, hospitality, airlines, stadiums, Cricket South Africa. Everybody just put their heads down, got it together, and did it.
Absolutely.
And there aren't many countries in the world, I can tell you now, that would happen.
A day in the life of Andrew Ross. What time do you get up in the morning? What time do you go to bed at night?
Okay. Get up at 4:30. I'm at gym at 5.
Okay.
Finish gym at about 6. Take the kids to school 7ish. At the office by 8ish. Shouted at the staff for the first time by 8:01. Fired several people by 8. Now I'm joking. Yeah, I'm pretty relaxed. You know, we're a pretty relaxed company in general. We believe in a philosophy of creativity. And I try and force that out of our staff as best we can. They give me 100%, I give them 100% back. So very, very relaxed in the workday environment. I mean, I'm dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. That's how we go to work. This is it. This is me.
Super cool company of 2010 and beyond.
I'm not employed for my dress sense.
Andrew Ross, What's Hot and Not This Morning, brought to you by Kubana. Absolute pleasure talking to you this morning. It's always, whenever I know that any major event's happening in this country, I know that there's an Andrew Ross behind it. So, and needless to say, it means success in the end of the day as well. So thank you very much. Andrew Ross from Maverick, the joint MD, joins us on What's Hot and Not this morning. Thanks a stack for being here this morning.
Awesome. Great being here. Thanks.
Lekker. Thank you very much. Now, for those of you heading off to Kubana this weekend, big things are happening at Kubana this weekend. There's the heavy snowfall that's forecast just in Kubana this Saturday. Santa's visiting, and he does it every year for Christmas in July. Have you been good this season? Reward yourself and get into the spirit. It's guaranteed to be a night to remember with snow, Christmas trees, Santa's sexy helpers, and most importantly, presents. This Winter Wonderland Spectacular is proudly sponsored by Smirnoff Spin. So grab your ice skates and Christmas hats. Get down to your favorite Kubana this Saturday, the 18th of July.